The Legendary of Wonderland. Ethan. Introducing. I'm the strongest pirate in this ocean. Yes, my name is Ethan. I'm the head of the pirate guild called Wonderland. It's been more than 20 years since I found Wonderland. Since its establishment, Wonderland has never lost to any other pirate association. We have expanded to various parts of the ocean. My squad, certainly the strongest in this ocean. Today, I managed to conquer the sea that became the power of the pirate group that has been my rival for a long time, Utopia. I will tell you a little about Wonderland and Utopia. The head of Utopia, Rhino, used to be a close friend of mine. We used to be a team until one of the subordinates of the Utopia leader began to incite him. Rhino started a rebellion and started a war between us. He also decided to establish his own pirate association which he named Utopia. Since then, we have bad blood or a bad relationship. This makes me ambitious to defeat Utopia. Of course, because I felt betrayed by my own close friend. Besides, I am indeed happy to rule this ocean. After successfully conquering the waters and lands belonging to Utopia, Wonderland and I, of course, plundered everything in the area, starting from clothes, food, jewelry. But the most important thing is a map that directs Wonderland to conquer all the territories previously held by Utopia. The inhabitants of the area could not resist. The Utopia troops, along with Rhino, managed to become Wonderland's prisoners. Days turned into weeks, weeks turned into months. After enjoying the taste of ruling in the territory of Utopia possession, my troops, I decided to expand to another sea. I set off with the half of Wonderland's army. If you're wondering why only half, then the answer is because the half of my troops must be guarding the territory of Utopia that now belongs to Wonderland. It's time for me to prepare the ships to go sailing across the ocean. The first destination was, of course, the sea of power of my father's rivals. This ocean is controlled by the second strongest army after Wonderland, the Elevator. The leader of Elevator is Chris, a pirate who has strong charisma. This time, I'm very ambitious to conquer Elevator's territory. But in the middle of the voyage, I felt something odd on the ship I was riding. Likewise, the other ships that my troops boarded. Soon I saw 4 of my ships sinking due to a very severe leak on the ship's deck. This sudden ship leak caused my 4 ships to sink quickly, and only a few of my troops managed to save themselves. What about my ship I'm on? Of course, it was badly damaged. Leaks occurred on almost all sides of the mine ship. Panic hit me as well as my troops who were on the mine ship. I tried to calm my troops down and rushed to find a means to cover the leak. I know in the end these ships will sink, but at least I try to give direction to my troops to slow the entry of water into the ship. Of course, the things that my troops and I did were quite wasteful. The main ship I was on finally sank. Many of my troops could not save themselves. Only my 10 troops and I who managed to save ourselves. Isn't it very sad? I certainly felt that it seemed like I would die in vain considering I hadn't even avenged my father against the leader of the elevator, Chris. I'm starting to run out of steam. I could feel that my body was being carried by the water deep into this ocean. Without realizing it, I closed my eyes. Darkness, coldness between life and death is what I feel right now. The more I tried to rise to the surface of the water, the more exhausted I became. I don't know how long I felt this darkness, until I feel the heat of the sun. Immediately, I realized that I had been stranded on a small tropical island which I assumed it was still under control of the elevator. I'm not alone. I'm still with my 10 troops. It seems that God still has mercy on me, so He still saves me, some of my troops. My troops and I, of course, tried to find food to eat and build a simple hut just to rest. In the midst of searching for groceries, I wondered why 3 of my troops had mysteriously disappeared. But at the same time, I thought maybe they got lost and maybe got attacked by wild animals. The night came. My troops have fallen asleep in their sleep, leaving me still awake. I thought about how to return to Wonderland's territory and bring my other troops to take possession of Elevator's territory. While still in my thoughts, I heard a suspicious voice. Of course, I, who already have a lot of energy to fight, immediately prepared the perfunctory weapon. I woke up my troops to get ready to fight, and sure enough, I saw the troops from Elevator. No, there wasn't Chris there, but my eyes were on 3 people that I knew. My eyes started to redden full of anger when I looked at them. Sure enough, those 3 people were my troops who I thought they had been devoured by wild animals. How ironic, isn't it? They were people I trust, and yet again I was betrayed by those who closest to me. We started fighting. When I looked to my right, I could feel a swarm of troops. As they approached, it turns out that they were troops from Utopia along with Rhino. They attacked me. I could feel that just an inch of Wonderland would lose, and I could die right now, until suddenly I heard Chris' voice. Immediately, our fight stopped for a moment. Chris proudly said that it was what caused the division between Wonderland and Utopia. Of course, Rhino and I were shocked beyond measure. Apparently, the instigator that Rhino believed was Chris's errand boy. At that moment, Rhino and I devised an impromptu strategy to attack Chris. We fought to death to defeat the Hellfire army. The Wonderland and Utopia and Hellfire troops had perished, leaving three of us. Chris is certainly not an easy opponent. He has a fighting ability far above me and Rhino. As Chris focused on eliminating Rhino, I, who felt my body starting to run off energy, saw an opening to beat Chris from behind, and sure enough, Chris fell down and died instantly. Rhino and I were finally able to breathe, a sigh of relief after defeating Chris. Rhino brought me back to the territory of Utopia that Wonderland had captured a few months ago. I decided to make a deal with Rhino from a coalition and unite the Wonderland and Utopia domains.